use it to characterize our nanoparticles, to see what shape the nanoparticles are of. Now, how do we use it? That's like more like going through the manual and showing you step by step, because the whole instrument, the whole column is really under high vacuum. So we have to make sure whatever we do, we don't screw up the vacuum. So when we are inserting the sample, this is the sample holder in here. It can hold up to 5 samples, but because there are these small rings to plug in our samples and kind of screw it up. So we have 4 rings working right now, so practically it can go up to 4 samples.
Now, are your samples coated in gold, or were they?
No, that's for SEM. We need conductor samples. That's when you need to coat it with gold. Here, you suspend it in some solvent in which it gets a really good suspension, and you just give 1 or 2 drops on each of the grids.
And what type of nanoparticles are they?
I have some cadmium sulfide and some manganese oxide with me today. You can check pretty much everything. I think the size limit would be TEM can go a little higher in magnification as compared to SEM. So we can check with this TEM, we can pretty much check anything from 5 nanometer to 100 nanometer or even more.
And what size do you think your particles are?
I'm expecting something around 20 nanometer, and I hope.
And what shape are you expecting?
We're expecting small rod or bipods like socks.
Okay. And what will you do with these particles?
Right now we have plans to coat them with gold to see if the optical properties are retained or not once we coat them with gold.
So that they could then be used in the body?
They can be used in a biological system, yeah.
Okay. And the gold being inert or a noble metal would help to protect that.
Yeah.
And how long does it take to get the vacuum where you need it to be once you put your samples in?
So once you start in the morning, because you're the first user, it takes a little longer. But normally during the daytime, it takes about half an hour to get started.
And then about how many images do you take?
It depends on one's expertise, actually. The whole thing is, the idea is based on how homogeneous your samples are, and the only way to check that is by going over and over in different areas of the TEM grid. So technically I would like to take 8 to 10 images per sample.
And you're using, you said 5 samples?
4 samples.
4 samples. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Sure. What happens is you have to make sure you don't touch this part. You're allowed to touch it in here. These are these small little holes in here. These actually hold the grids, and we have the rings to make it tight, and that's all.